This video might not be for everybody, but I'll say this, at the end of the day, I am a black woman. I have the right to say what I'm wanting to say, which, again, I wasn't there. I can't say anything about the situation, but bitch, we all do. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It's the Headbanging Princess. I did not want to do this video. I have to be honest with you. I still do not want to do this video because I've recorded it 3 or 4 times. And it's driving me nuts. But I have some important things to say. You know, we're in an age where idolizing celebrities, you know, like stan culture is like rampant, and we're starting to see like that decline. I think this has really challenged people to question like where they're putting their money and like what they're supporting, who they're supporting, and why they're supporting it. Is it just because they're out partying and showcasing a lifestyle that you desire, or do these people have, you know, value or something to offer? So while there has been like a slight decline, at least that I've noticed, I still see it happen on social media so often, where a celebrity is addressing something, or like think about like those Instagram lives that your favorite celebrity always like has to revert to when they're about to be canceled, or like they're being dragged on the internet. They automatically go to Instagram live. I think we need to be like conscious of the ways in which these figures like try to really like toy with our emotions and like toy with real problems that we face as a society that they are sometimes insulated from because of their wealth and because of their privilege, as an entertainer, or whatever the case may be. This video might not be for everybody, but I'll say this, at the end of the day, I am a black woman. I have the right to say what I'm wanting to say. We should be able to have a difference in opinion and still be respectful. That's all there is to it. So let's get into the video. What am I talking about? You see the title. I don't trust MeganTheeStallion. I just don't. I love her, and I really appreciated her presence when she was really blowing up because she's a college girl. She likes anime. I start to really worry when celebrities begin, I guess, talking about social issues. And it's not because I worry that I'll disagree with them or they'll say the wrong thing. I think for me it's because politics and like being woke is like a money game at this point. Like it's a cash grab for a lot of people. And so whenever a celebrity is like hinting towards like saying something, or like, you know, getting on some sort of soapbox or whatever, I'm always just a little bit like, do you have any controversies going on? We already know with virtue signaling, right? Like a way to manipulate their audience is to talk about something completely different and something on a high moral ground so that whatever else they're doing seems like good, I guess. In the case of MeganTheeStallion, there's a lot of different things that occurred before the Tory Lane situation, that I think people don't really like take into consideration. But we don't even really need to get into that to get at the meat and the potatoes. At the end of the day, MeganTheeStallion was shot by someone. I wasn't there, you weren't there, so I don't think anyone outside of that car can really tell us what happened. So in that case, we really just have to wait to the court case to proceed and to be ruled upon. So the point I'm getting at here is when MeganTheeStallion did get shot, she performed on Jimmy Fallon. She kind of made a bold statement like protect black women, which is a movement that's been going on. When she did that, you know, it was very brave because, you know, she's on top of her game. Like that's a big political statement to make on a grand stage, like at the height of your career, right? But protect black women, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And when so the thing is, when celebrities begin to showcase their politics or like present their ideas and you know, sort of align with some sort of with movements or whatever, the issue then becomes these celebrities become sort of like the face of a conversation or a face of a movement, a face. Like we already have like faces of, you know, Black Lives Matter and other movements. Ciao. Okay, I'm watching this and reacting to the actual performance, which it's SNL, not Jimmy Fallon. I made that mistake. But it's even worse than I thought. How are you over here using gunshots? What's with the gunshot noises? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's more exploitative than I originally thought. And I'm annoyed because, and then how did the conversation get to be on black men? Like, we're talking about black women. What is going on? I'm over it. And, you know, people who are outside looking in are looking at this and like, oh yeah, protect black women, yeah, especially if they look like that, which is the reality of the situation. Like, we only protect black women when they're you know of a certain caliber, a certain look, a certain whatever. And it's just, I could do without. I could do without. And what is the black and white? The black and white, it's like a cheap, like, thing to like make it match the black and white text on the background. It's just it looks cheap and it feels cheap and it looks like a performance. But can you be mad? Because guess what? Guess what it is? A performance. And so I think that's kind of why I don't like when, it's not that I would prefer celebrities to not speak up. I guess in doing so, I would hope that they would bring more attention to the everyday person, the everyday black woman, right, who this really impacts, because more likely than not, you as a celebrity, as an entertainer, as, you know, someone at your socioeconomic status, are insulated in some ways to the harmful like ramifications of, you know, leaving black women unprotected. I would just hope, instead of like a Malcolm X quote where you twerk right after. Now, what I did really like was her story with, I think it was GQ, I'm not sure what, where she kind of detailed that and talked about it, and, you know, that format made sense to me. I think the Jimmy Fallon format to me did not make sense to me, and it was just another example of like how her brand and who she is like, that yes, they're interconnected and they're of the same person. That curated image of MeganTheeStallion kind of co-opting the movement in that moment just wasn't for me. And I used to say, you know, she really hijacked the movement and she didn't speak about it until it impacted her. Like, oh, you only say protect black women when it's about you or someone you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, she should have been protected. At the end of the day, protect black women, period. Like, there's nothing else to discuss. And then we have to think about Megan Thee Stallion as the curated image, right? Working with the likes of DaBaby, Ariana Grande. I feel like Black Twitter got been tired of. But if we think about specifically DaBaby, right? And the message that Megan wanted to represent in her music and in her performance that night when she said protect black women, she continues to make music with DaBaby now. Their record labels, I think they're on the same label, I don't know. So there might be some business thing there, but how important is your message then if you continue to work with a colorist, to work with someone who is a stain on the black community, like the image of the black community? So I don't know. It's just really weird. He continues to disrespect women, like, but you continue to make songs. And then when your friend, you know, was accused of shooting you, you didn't even stand up for her. Let's think about Kelsey. Kelsey, you know, we don't know. I don't know any of these people, and I'll get to that in a second. Which, again, I wasn't there. I can't say anything about the situation, but bitch, we all do. What about protecting Kelsey? She's a black woman, is she not? Like, what about other black women? That's where I have kind of an icky feeling about the situation. There's a curated image, right? And then there's Miss Pete, MeganPete, who I think Megan LeJohn Pete, right? They're two different people. And so when I say I don't trust Megan, it's because I don't know her, and what I do know of her is a curated image that her team put together and that she worked on to meticulously build. So no, I'm not going to trust MeganTheeStallion when she gets on live trying to tell me what happened in that car, because she has a duty and obligation to protect her economic interest, right? And so to protect her economic interest, she needs to craft the narrative in a way that, keeps her in a good light. And there's nothing, that's business. That's straight up business. Like, what can you expect, from a celebrity? But I think it's just important to remember that is why people like celebrities and musicians and singers and rappers shouldn't be the leaders of social justice movements, or they shouldn't be at the beginning of or the front of the conversation. They shouldn't be leading these conversations, because there's obviously a bag in talking about a lot of this stuff. At the end of the day, what are regular people getting out of it besides representation? I think we're at a point where we can demand more than representation. We have to demand, like, people that are genuine and messages that are genuine. And also, let's also keep in mind that as a consumer, you have the right, I have the right to criticize or to ask questions when I feel that a celebrity's like private behavior deviates from what I have accepted as their brand. If that's not what I mess with, if you are doing stuff on the low and it comes out and it impacts somehow how I view your brand, that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game. So when I ask questions about the situation with Tory Lanez and Megan, I shouldn't be called like a hater. I shouldn't be like bashed for like siding with the police or any other thing, because at the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion's music is a product. She wants me to spend my money, time, and energy and attention on her, so that she can get her bag up. So if she provides an answer on Instagram Live that I find disingenuous, or I find fishy, or I feel like there's pieces of the stories that is missing, or whatever the case may be, like, I'm allowed to back away, and I'm allowed to say that, hey, that sounds kind of funny, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a business like, this parasocial relationships and all of that isn't, at the end of the day, like, how I'm determining like what's important in my life. So I think people really get caught up in not only like the parasocial relationship that we can form with celebrities, but just kind of following whatever your fave says, or not questioning. Because when you question, that's when you become a victim shamer. That's when you become all these different things, instead of just a critical thinker. But at the end of the day, I wasn't there. I don't know Megan. You don't know Megan. I don't have her trust. She doesn't have my trust. You know what I'm saying? Trust is earned. She hasn't really earned much besides my suspicion. So it is what it is. But I still bump her music. I still hope she's safe. I still, at the end of the day, I don't know anything. And none of us know anything until that court date. You know what I'm saying? Please don't blindly follow celebrities and listen to whatever they say, because they gotta get it back. So they gonna say whatever they gotta say to get that bag. okay? And just because a celebrity is a part of the same affinity group that you belong to, just because a celebrity is also a black woman, just because a celebrity is also this, is also queer, is also this, and you're queer and you share all, that doesn't mean their intentions align with yours, and it doesn't mean that their morals and values are held in the same place either. Like, you don't know these people. You know a curated image of them. That's about all I have to say. I'm sure I'll do an update video once the court hearing or case or whatever is concluded and decided. Real hugger-ish. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it so very much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you clicking onto my channel, clicking onto this video. Thank you so much. Please make sure you also subscribe to my Instagram at the Headbanging Princess and my Twitter at theprincessduh_. Alright, I will see you all in another video.